this is Karen. Thank you so much for coming across my YouTube channel. Today is day 10 of my very short practices for the festive period, and today I've got a practice for you that will help you to feel that you can channel a sense of peace. Christmas and life can be overwhelming, so this is a perfect practice to come to when you feel like you've got a lot going on in your mind. You might be trying to get through lots of deadlines. You might be trying to get to various different places in the country or abroad to see family, or you might also be wrapping presents and frantically buying those last minute gifts, and it can all add up to that feeling of unease, and really we then don't enjoy the whole experience. So if ever you're feeling like that throughout this period, you can come back to this place and find a little bit of peace and a little bit of calm. So we're going to get started today in Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet gently together, and depending on the openness of your hips, you can either have your feet out a little further in front of you, more like a diamond shape, or you can bring them a little closer to you. So just get a sense of where you need to be, and then just bring your elbows on the inside of your knees, and just for a moment start to lengthen up through the sides of your waist. Close your eyes. And in this upright position, just feeling that there is a little bit more space already for your breath to flow. And I'd like for you to work with the mantra today of I release. I release. And if the mind starts to wander, go back to that never-ending to-do list. Just bring yourself back to that affirmation of releasing. And just keep breathing a little deeper here. And then we'll start to incorporate some movement. So keep your hands just gently resting on your ankles. We lift our chest up as we inhale, let the heart shine forward, and then exhale, slowly release. Let's do that twice more. Inhaling, lifting up, and then exhaling, softly releasing. One more time, lifting up here, and then release and fold. And you can bring your elbows on the inside of the knees, particularly if your hips are not fond of rotation. You can just use your elbows here to press them down. And just take a few moments here to dip the chin down to the chest and feel like you're breathing right into those tight and tender spots. And you can silently say in the mind's eye, I release. From here, press the edges of your feet down into the earth to come away from that forward fold, bringing your right heel in towards your left bottom cheek. So you're kind of really folding it in. And then you're going to bring your other leg on top, and you're going to be in this pretzel position. Now, if you feel uncomfortable, you might want to sit on a block just to level out the pelvis a little bit more. A little bit of height will help that. Or if that's too much still, you can just take the bottom leg and just extend it out. So you've still got your left leg hugged over, but it doesn't have to be in that pretzel-like position. So choose the option that works for you. And then we interlace our hands on that top knee. Press the hands into the knee and roll the shoulders down and back, and close your eyes once again. Taking a couple of conscious breaths here. I release. I release. And then from this position, you're going to literally release your fingertips, taking your right hand down by the side, reaching your left arm up to go over. Maybe turning the heart a little bit more towards the ceiling. And then slowly bringing that hand back down towards the floor, rooting into the earth as you lift up to go over. And then slowly releasing that hand down to the floor. This top leg now, you're going to bring into almost like a little kneeling position, but you're off on the outer part of your right hip. Extend your right arm out long, and then take your left arm up to go over. Really use that hand to lift you even more. Breathing in one long line of energy through both sides of the rib cage. As you softly let go of the breath, you can let go of any of that tension. And then turning your torso now towards the right hand side, slowly lower down a little bit more onto your forearms. You can stay on your hands if you want. You can also use your block if you need that bit of extra support or a cushion. You're going to be here for 3 more breaths. And then start to press your right arm down into the floor, and you're going to turn it so that you're making this right angle with the right arm. So you're bent at the elbow, press the palm down, and then think about lifting your left knee into your chest, and you can hug it in with your hand, squeezing it in, getting a nice release through the hip space and your glute. And then can you lengthen that leg out? So you can just lengthen it out, holding the back of the knee, the back of the ankle, or peace fingers around the big toes. And we're just going to hold here for 3 breaths. And then start to lengthen that leg up towards the ceiling, really rooting down into the hand that's on the floor, lifting it up, breathing here, pushing down to lift up a little bit more, get some more space into the inner thighs. And then you're going to push into this right leg more. Let go of those toes or wherever you're holding. Take that left leg out to the side. Draw your right heel in towards the groin, taking your arm up and then taking that arm to go over. Breathing here, finding that space. And then from this position, bringing yourself all the way back out of that pose, bringing your legs in, bringing the soles of your feet together again. We'll go back to that pulsing Baddha Konasana. Inhale, lift your chest up, and then exhale, drop and fold. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, drop and fold. You have 1 more here. Inhaling, lifting that chest up. And then we'll fold down into the earth, bringing those elbows on the inside, breathing deeply into your hip space. And then slowly begin to ease yourself out of that position. Now this time you're going to bring that left heel in towards the bottom, taking that right leg on top, finding your sitting bones rooting into the floor. And you may find that you need a support on this side. As long as you're being really honest and truthful, remember you can let that bottom leg ease out as well. Interlace your hands around that knee. And as you do so, lift up nice and tall, close your eyes. Bringing your whole awareness to the body, to the breath, and the sense that you are releasing. Letting go of anything that feels chaotic or jumbled in the mind as we clear and create a sense of spacious energy in the body. Just 2 more big breaths. And then slowly beginning to ease your left hand out to the side. Your right arm goes up to go over. And then you're going to float that hand all the way down, reaching up to go over, opening through the rib cage. And then from this position, you're going to ease your hands down, bring the knees together as both of the heels come over to the right now. And then you're going to extend and lengthen your left arm out a little bit more, lifting up through the waist and just opening out here, almost like a mermaid position. Breathing in, lifting up through the heart space. Nice, big, juicy breaths into the area of your heart. And then slowly start to turn towards the left-hand side of your mat. You can stay up nice and high if that gives your body what it needs, or you can come down a little lower. Not forcing anything, just being very aware of what feels good in your body right now. Not forcing anything. Just 1 more big breath. And then we start to bring this left forearm down into the floor, making that right angle here with that arm. And then from here, you're going to start to draw your right knee in towards your chest. Squeeze it in and just feel like you're releasing any tension out through the base of the glutes, out through the hip space. And then you can start to lengthen that right leg out. So don't feel like you have to grab the toes, you have to grab the foot. You can just hold the back of the leg. If you've got the foot and it's not too much of a strain, just hold peace fingers around that big toe. Pushing down into your forearm, breathing in here. And then we extend that leg up towards the sky, reaching it up. Keep pressing down into that arm to find a little bit more space. You can gaze down at the floor or up towards that toe, whatever suits your neck. One more big breath. And then we press that arm down into the earth. Let go of where you're holding on that right leg. And then lengthen it out to the side. Your left heel is coming in. We extend and lengthen, opening out through the chest, taking your arm up to go over, breathing in here, circling your heart towards the sky just a little bit more. And then slowly easing out of that position. We're going to come now onto our hands and our knees. So just coming up to kneeling. Your block might be useful. And you can have your block over on the left-hand side. So from this kneeling position, extend your right leg out. And you want to have your toes pointing forward as you feel into this beautiful stretch. You're going to extend your right arm out. Take your left arm up to go over again. So lots of side body work here. Breathing as you stretch. And then slowly start to wimble the hands. They can come to your block here and take that arm over. Or you can bring the fingertips to the floor, whatever's going to give you the greatest sense of release through the body. And then start to turn so that your right fingertips come down over to the left side. My left foot is going to pivot and come back so that it's not too much of a strain. From here, I'm going to squeeze my right knee to nose, inhale, and then curl and lift my foot up towards the sky. Squeeze it in, and then curl and lift my foot up towards the sky. One more time, squeezing it in. And then lifting and lengthening up towards the sky. From here, you're going to start to extend that right leg out long once again, turning yourself to center, reaching the arms out in front of you, and then sitting your bottom back and just breathing. Letting go. And remember, if the mind is busy, just keep coming back to your affirmation. I release, I release. Walking your hands back towards you now, bringing that extended leg in, sinking back to child's pose, coming down into that child's position for 2 breaths. Slowly begin to ease your way out of that position, and we're going to come back to kneeling once again. So you might use your block, so we can just bring it over towards the right hand side now. So we extend the left leg out long, toes point forward, and we're going to slide that left hand down as we take the right arm up to go over, breathing here, making sure we're not crunching through that waist, that we're lifting up and out of the earth. Pressing your foot down into the floor so we get that nice release through the inner thighs as well. And then you can spiral this hand all the way down either to your block or further down all the way to the floor, reaching up and open here. Nice big juicy stretch. And then slowly start to turn your torso towards the right hand side of your mat, lengthening that leg out, keeping that left leg extending out. We're going to squeeze and lift that left knee towards your nose, and then curl it up towards the sky as you burst the chest forward. Curling in, curling up. Keep the breath flowing, squeezing in, and then curling up, lifting up, and then once again you can lower that foot to the floor. You can start to think about easing your way back to the front of your mat, extending your arms out long, pressing your hips back and just breathing here. From here, start to walk your hands towards you, drawing that extended leg in. For a moment, just come to kneel on your feet. Bring your hands to your thighs. Roll those shoulders back. Close your eyes and let go. Another big breath in. And then release and let it out. Bring one hand to the heart, one hand on top. We'll take a nice nourishing breath together to finish this very short releasing practice. Inhale deeply and let it go. Bowing our head with our hands in prayer to acknowledge and feel grateful for this body, for this time we've spent, and for the beauty of this practice that allows us to let go of what we no longer need, to welcome in exactly what we do, and to be at peace with what remains. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed that very short flow, and I hope it brings you a little bit of peace and a little bit of calm, not only at Christmas, but whenever you need it. If you like this video, let me know in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you for 2 more practices, both of which will be nice and short and perfect to fit in when you've got a lot on. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.